Since the early 2010s, Bitcoin has gained a staggering 60 million%, shattering early adopters' wildest predictions. However, the 1 million milestone might forever be out of reach for the world's largest cryptocurrency if substantial adoption among institutions doesn't come to pass. On the flip side, if central banks and other financial institutions start adopting Bitcoin heavily, the sky is the limit. In this video, we are going to analyze different scenarios that could see Bitcoin reach $1 million, and examine predictions made by some of the most influential investors. While it is impossible to predict with any kind of certainty whether Bitcoin will reach 1 million, we can make some assumptions regarding the possibility of a 7-figure price tag. The first thing we need to consider is Bitcoin's market capitalization. At the current price of roughly $30,000, Bitcoin has a market cap of about $600 billion. At 1 million per coin, Bitcoin's total market value would be a whopping $19.4 trillion. That's nearly twice as large as gold's market cap, and roughly half as much as the total value of the US stock market. At the time of making this video, gold's market cap stands at 12 trillion, the combined value of US equities stands at over 40 trillion, and market cap of the US dollar at $23 trillion. If Bitcoin were to reach 1 million and command a 20 trillion market cap, it would likely mean that money would come from gold, equities, and fiat currencies. How likely that shift is, it's impossible to say. One potential scenario that could see enough capital flow to Bitcoin to facilitate the growth to 1 million is that investors lose their trust in the US dollar and the economy at large. For example, if inflation doesn't subside in the coming years and macroeconomic conditions continue to worsen, it isn't inconceivable that capital would start flowing into Bitcoin in search of a stable asset that isn't controlled by any country or government, and can be easily sent across borders. We've already seen investors lose a bit of trust in the US dollar in the past couple of months. An index tracking the strength of the US dollar, for instance, has seen a substantial drop since October, falling by nearly 10%. In any case, Bitcoin growing to 1 million would almost certainly mean that society has undergone severe changes, and that our current monetary system and economy have been substantially transformed. If such a scenario unfolds, Bitcoin could emerge as an asset that is used as a long-term store of value among individuals and institutions, thus taking a chunk out of gold's and equities market share. While the above arguments were focused primarily on fundamentals, we can tackle the question of Bitcoin reaching the 1 million milestone from a technical standpoint as well. Historically, Bitcoin's price movement has been heavily influenced by Bitcoin halvings, pre-programmed events that reduce the mining rewards by half every 4 years. The next Bitcoin halving is expected to occur in April 2024. It will see the Bitcoin mining reward drop from roughly 6 BTC to about 3 BTC per block. According to Bitcoin analyst Plan B's stack-to-flow model, Bitcoin could come very close to reaching 1 million after the 2024 Bitcoin halving. There are quite a few prominent investors and crypto personalities that see Bitcoin reaching 1 million in the future. Earlier this year, Cathie Wood's Ark Investment Management updated their long-term forecast for Bitcoin. The investment firm now forecasts that Bitcoin will reach close to $1.5 million by 2030, which would constitute more than a nearly 5,000% price increase. The Ark Investment Management report noted that Bitcoin's network fundamentals have strengthened, and its holder base has become more long-term focused. In addition, contagion in the baking sector has elevated Bitcoin's main value propositions, including decentralization, auditability, and transparency. Former BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes believes that Bitcoin will reach 1 million by 2030 due to China's recent monetary policy decisions. Hayes previously predicted that Bitcoin's growth to 1 million would be driven by sanctions levied against Russia following the attack on Ukraine. During the last year's interview on Bloomberg TV, Jesse Powell, then CEO of Kraken, expressed his belief that Bitcoin has the potential to reach the impressive 1 million price point within the next 10 years. Powell emphasized that the depreciation of traditional fiat currencies and the increasing quest for a more reliable reserve asset would be the driving forces behind the surge in Bitcoin's value. While we've spent most of this video talking about the long-term potential of Bitcoin, let's wrap up the video focusing on the short to medium term. According to the Coin Codex Bitcoin price prediction algorithm, BTC could see a major rally toward the end of the year, with the price breaking $50,000 at the end of December. Going into 2024, Bitcoin could proceed to rally beyond $70,000 and reach a high point of nearly $80,000 in April. From there, the price is expected to retrace to sub-$40,000 levels. However, the next Bitcoin halving, projected for April, could provide another bullish boost and help Bitcoin reach new heights as we proceed further along into the fourth halving cycle. In order for Bitcoin to reach 1 million, it would have to increase by more than 30x from its current price. That would likely entail a large shift in the way the wealth is stored and constitute a flight of capital from the US dollar and equities into Bitcoin. How likely that is to happen and how long the process might be, remains to be seen. In the meantime, the next Bitcoin halving could be the primary growth catalyst in the coming months. For more information about the next Bitcoin halving and how high the price could reach before and after the halving, check our previous video. Good luck on your crypto journey.